So first, about the worksheet, I'm not going to solve any today. We're going to solve them next week, okay? Together.
Okay.
Because next week you're having your exam, your quiz, not exam. Okay, so I'm going to upload a new worksheet for next week, and then next session we will be solving the two worksheets.
Yes.
Okay, so Samia, you did send me your answers, correct?
Yeah, I did.
I still need from Julia and Marlo to work on their worksheet, but I will help you. I will help you.
I finished it.
I want you to try on your own first. Okay?
I finished it. I just have to. I'll send it.
Okay.
Do you want us to read or? Oh, never mind.
No, I haven't started. Okay, Marlo, how are you? Marlon. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. So this is the second live of this semester. We already went first live session. We talked about the Arab world, okay? So please, I want you to go.
I don't think I was there.
You wasn't here last week. Okay, so please go over the chapter, the videos, and we will discuss all the exercises next week. Okay?
Okay.
Good?
Okay.
So, today's chapter is about the establishment of Islam. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Arabian Peninsula before Islam, Prophet Muhammad's life, an overview, of course, a revelation, the message of Allah, the early days of Islam, religion of Islam, and the golden age of Islam. So most likely we're not going to finish this chapter today. We're going to try as much as we can to finish as much as we can from it. Okay?
Yes.
So Mecca, do you know where Mecca is?
Yes.
It's in Saudi Arabia. One of the most important cities in the Arabian Peninsula, was located on the road traveled by trade caravans coming from Asian countries. Okay, so it's historical city. It has been for a very long time, and the Arab people who used to pass by it from Asia. Okay, so they passed by Mecca, traveled northwest to Syria or to Europe. Okay, so this is Mecca. People from Asia used to come to Mecca to go to Syria, to Europe. Okay?
Yeah.
Or they used to go to Iraq from this way. Okay?
Yeah.
So people used to travel before to carry goods, spices, ivory, perfume, and silk. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is general information so far. City of Akka and other cities in Arabian Peninsula were inhabited by Arabian tribes. Okay? And they still, until now, living there in the desert. Okay? So while the surrounding desert were home of the Bedouins. Do you know what's Bedouins?
It's is it like a tribe or something?
They are tribes. They are a type of tribe, Bedouins. I'm going to show you some images. So these are the Bedouins in the desert. Okay. So they live in the desert and like tents, and they don't go to big cities. Okay.
Yeah.
So do we have Bedouins in Lebanon?
No, I don't think so.
We actually do. However, they are not same as the ones in the desert. Okay.
Yeah.
So we do have some type who also were members of tribe. Each tribe has its own leaders. People were not united under one government. Okay. So we did
Yes.
not have Saudi Arabia back then. We had different tribes. So before there were no government, we only had tribes, and each tribe had one leader. Okay. So we had different leaders for different tribes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So people were divided into honored and dishonored classes. This was the big issue, and we still have some of this issue following us until nowadays. Do you know what's in honored and dishonored classes? Do you know them?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, we will discuss it later on because it's like it has some information I don't want now to share them with you, okay?
I couldn't watch the video or the lecture because there was a problem with my computer.
It's fine, it's fine. So Bedouins were nomads who traveled from one area to another searching for food and water, as desert provide little food and water, okay? So Bedouins, they don't belong to specific country, okay? So they don't have an ID.
Yeah.
That's why we call them Bedouins. They are always in traveling in order to look for goods and for food and water. So Bedouin also worked as a guide for trade caravans as they travel through the desert. So now, a tribe is a group of many large families that are all related to each other. Okay? So a tribe is one group of many families and all related together. Okay? So this is an image of Mecca. The city of Mecca had special importance long before Islam. So the Kaaba, which was built by Prophet Abraham and his son Prophet Ismail, is located there. The Kaaba, so I want you to know that the Kaaba now, we know Mecca, we want to know that the Kaaba is located in Mecca, okay? Contained objects of worship that were sacred to Meccans and Bedouins. Worshipping idols was the prominent religion in the Arabian Peninsula before the message of Islam. Okay, so before Islam we had what? What did we have before Islam?
There was
Prominent
the
religion. Okay, good.
Yes.
Is it easy or hard?
Kind of easy, kind of hard, a bit of both.
Yeah, because it's like it includes some historical information. Now I want you.
Don't you have
Sorry, come
walk
again.
Mecca 7 times?
Samia, your voice قطع شو بدك تعيدي شو قلتي؟
I'm saying no, it's don't you? I think there's a ritual when you go to Mecca. You have to sort of walk around it 7 times.
Again, write in the chat what did you mean, because the voice is not like, it's always being cut.
Okay.
You have to walk around it 7 times, right? Yeah, this tradition, I'm not like very familiar with them, but yes, it's correct. In order to do the Hajj, you have to walk around it 7 times.
Me and my mom did it.
Oh, great. Okay, so before Islam was introduced, all tribes came to Mecca from all over the Arabian Peninsula to perform pilgrimage once a year and to present offerings the idols inside and around the Kaaba. Okay? So these still are general information. What I want you to know so far is that Mecca is one of the most important cities. I want you to know about tribes. There are many large families and they are always in traveling. So let's write them in. So Mecca is very important city. Tribes are group of many families, all related, and Bedouins, which are the tribes or type of tribes, were always in travel, searching for what? For food and water. Okay? Good?
Yes.
And one more thing, I want you to know it. So before Islam, what did we have? What religion?
We had
Before Islam, we had prominent religion. Okay?
Yes.
Religion.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I need you to know from what we said so far. Okay?
Yes.
So, Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him. Prophet Muhammad was born in Mecca on 12 Rabi' al-Awwal 570 AD. What's in AD after AD?
TikTok. Wow.
Okay, AD يعني بعد الميلاد. Okay, after. Okay, he belonged to the Banu Hashim clan of the Quraysh tribe. Okay, so this is a small history about Prophet Muhammad. His father Abdullah ibn Abdullah Muttalib died before his birth. His mother Amina bint Wahab died when he was 6 years old. So Prophet Muhammad basically was an orphan. Okay? So
Yeah.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, then lived with his grandfather Abdul Muttalib, the chief of Banu Hashim and the leader of people of Mecca. Okay?
Yes.
So Abdul Muttalib gave his grandson love and care until he died at the age of 8. So Prophet Muhammad went to live with his uncle Abu Talib, who was kind and caring. So this is small history about Prophet Muhammad. Now I want you to know also this definition. So a clan is a group of people who are all members of particular family. Okay? Many clans belong to one tribe. So a clan is one family. Okay? So they are all one family. And we have some tribes all together are one family. So our clan and tribes are the same. Ladies, gentlemen, Samia, Julia, Marlon.
Yes.
So a clan, it's the same as a tribe, or we have some difference between them? Let me write definition
Can
of
you
tribe.
can you repeat the
Tribe.
question? It lagged. Can you repeat the question?
Yalla. Tribe is the same as clan.
I think that they're similar in some ways.
They are similar in some way, but not all the times, because sometimes tribes can be made of different families, not only one family.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
but other
However,
than that,
a clan,
Other than that, they have pretty much a lot of similarities.
tribes sometimes they are different families, but some other times they are only one family. Okay, so if they are
Yeah.
one family only, that means they are same as a clan. Okay,
Yes.
but if they are from different families, they are not a clan. Okay,
Yes.
so basically this is the only difference between tribes and clan. Okay, so Prophet Muhammad earned his living as a shepherd and then later as a merchant. He worked as a trader for Khadija bint Khuwaylid, who was noble and rich widow from Mecca. She admired the
Yes.
Prophet's truthfulness, trustworthiness, and gracious character, which encouraged her to talk to him about marriage. Okay, so Muhammad was 25 years old when he married to Khadija, and he was about 40 years old at that time. Khadija died at the age 65. So there was difference of 25 years between Prophet Muhammad and Khadija. Okay?
Yes.
So this general information, let's jump. Now the establishment of Islam. We're still in this. So throughout their life, she comforted and supported her husband, and she remained steadfast through all the years. She's spreading the message of Islam. So Khadija gave birth of 2 sons, Al-Qasim and Abdullah, and 4 daughters, Zainab, Ruqayya, Kalsum, and Fatima. Okay?
Yes.
So Muhammad later's marriages took place only after Khadija's death. He had another son named Ibrahim. However, it was Allah's will that Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, not to be survived by many of his sons, so that prophecy would not be claimed as part of their heredity. Okay? Therefore, his prophecy ended with his death. Okay?
Yes.
So here I only want you to know general information about Prophet Muhammad. I want you to know the definition of the clan, what's a clan. And that's all. And later on in the worksheet, I can see how much. I want you to know the sons and daughters of Nabi Muhammad, okay, of Prophet Muhammad.
Okay.
Do we have to send you the worksheet that we do? That we sort of like.
Yeah, the ones that I will upload it for next week. If you finish it before the live session, please send it to me. And then in the live session, we will do the exercises again on me and you. Okay?
Okay.
So what was the message of Islam? So Prophet Muhammad continued to work in trade, also spent long time in okay.
But he inclined into long period.
So basically, The rich back then were oppressing the poor, slavery and idolatry. He also wondered about the mysteries of creation, life and death, good and evil. So idolatry is the worship of idols or false gods. Okay?
Yeah.
So when he was 40 of age, he received his first revelation. So when he received the first revelation at 40.
Okay.
Okay? So one night in the cave, the angel Gabriel came to him in the form of man wearing white clothes. He was holding a book ordered to him to read 3 times. The angel then recited the first verses of the Holy Quran. It was read in the name of the Lord who has created. Okay, who wants to read this verse?
Me.
Can I?
يلا هو جوليا أو
I
سامي
said
اللي
first.
سبق؟
I said first.
يلا اللي سبق يقرأ.
I said it first.
Okay,
Can
go
read.
ahead.
Read. In the name of your Lord, who has created all that exists, has created man from a clot, a piece of a thick, congregated blood. Read. And your Lord is the most generous, who has taught the writing by the pen, has taught man that which he knew not.
So the first verse of Quran was read in the name of Lord. Okay? What
Yes.
you guys can conclude from this?
That the person that the angel came giving him the Quran so he can read and pass it on.
No, nowadays, I want you to relate things to nowadays of your Lord. Okay?
Sort of like read the Quran for your God, or in the name of your God, and
Not
your
only
Lord.
Quran. Try to
Bible.
relate this to your own life. So read. Always read.
Read in
Okay?
like read in the name of like the person that you worship.
Far from religions. Far from religion.
Basically,
Can
a
you
person you
conclude
respect and believe
what you
in
can
their
conclude?
ways.
For example, education. Is it important?
Very
Yes.
important.
Do you think Islam encourage education or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course it does. You have to like read, always question things, always like check for if the information you're receiving are correct or no. Okay?
And think in different point of views.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that was the first verse of Quran. Read. Okay, so always keep your mind busy. Okay, fill your mind with information, good information. Okay.
Yes.
So the angel then said, "Oh Muhammad, I am Gabriel, and you are the messenger of Allah." Angel Gabriel was the angel of revelation who came to Muhammad, peace on him, with the news from Allah that he was chosen to be the prophet of Allah who would spread the message of Islam. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
So, religiously, revelation is the transfer of what is within Allah's knowledge to the prophet through intermediary, which is the angel.
Yes.
Okay? So this communication of the divine will to humankind is what Islam calls wahi.
Or
Okay, or revelation.
revelation.
This is نزل عليه الوحي. سمعينا قبل بمرة. Did you heard it?
No.
No.
Okay, now you heard it. Okay?
Yes.
So, good or no?
Good.
Yeah, good.
So I
This
think
reminded me of Dean.
I think this is the only lectures that will include the historical information like this. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can go over it. So started secret. First, he started spreading the message secretly. Okay.
Yes.
Why?
Secretly
At the At the beginning, he started secretly. Why? Why do you think he started secretly?
Because
So people
some
would take him seriously.
No, because
because
tribes
some people
had like tribes before we had tribes and clans, correct?
yes.
Mhm.
So people
They
like
had
would think he was mad.
complicated like traditions and behavior.
People would
Okay,
think he was mad.
He didn't.
so
I think he didn't want people to think of him as who he is. Like he wanted people to know the message, not who he is.
yeah, so he started with his people who were close to him. Okay, so and then he
His
went to
clan.
Banu Hashim clan. Banu Hashim is his father's clan. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, continue 3 years until Allah orders the Prophet to proclaim the message of Islam to people, openly challenge their belief. Okay, then afterward, he started going to people, to different tribes and clans. And then for 10 years afterward, Prophet Muhammad and his Muslims followers were treated cruelly and with hostility by people of Mecca and their leaders.
Because people probably were like that he's betraying they're betraying them and
No,
believing in
look
someone else.
again. I kept this here. People
And he has
had very complicated tradition and behavior. They would not easily accept a new message, new tradition, a new things.
God.
Okay, that's why people of Mecca were not acceptable for this message.
Yes.
Okay.
But of course, nowadays they're accepting slowly.
Yeah, nowadays we're different. We're living in different time and different world now. So we have like different religions, different beliefs. We have great education. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the non-believer thought that Allah's message to Muhammad would threaten their status. Okay, you see now, status and Mecca's importance as place of worshippers and traders. They also refuse the Islamic principle of equality between master and slave. You see?
Very bad period of time.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to wrap up now. We're almost finished for today. So we were saying that people did not accept the equality between master and slave because back then we had slavery. So people used a lot to slave people, other people, master, yani, because this would affect the social structure in Mecca, okay, and the privilege of wealthy people, okay. So they pursued and attacked everyone who embraced Islam, including Prophet Muhammad. As a member of Banu Hashim clan, the Prophet was entitled to its protection as a matter of clan honor. Okay? When the attack became too much, Allah ordered the Prophet and the believers to flee Mecca and settle in Yathrib, a city on north of Mecca. Okay? So they went far away from Mecca to Yathrib because the attack was like getting very high and big. They could not protect themselves anymore. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So we will be continuing. So this is up to here, to 51 today. Slide 8 in this chapter. Okay, I'm not going to today because it's like more as a historical lesson. I don't want to give you too much information. And the worksheet, that I will add for next week. I will include the important information only. Next week we will only solve the worksheets, the 1 and 2. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any question?
No.
Nope.
Marlon?
He's here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's having also an internet troubles.
Yes.
So stay
Try to
safe,
mute.
everyone, and see you next week. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.